Hello, I am Thaneri and I am here for a storing video. As you can see, I have a ton of photos this month. I did a count a couple days ago and don't remember the exact amount. I know it was like around 330-ish cards in total for all of this. And I do also have some larger inclusions to put away. So yes. I'm not gonna put this stuff off to the side until it's needed. I'm gonna get things started because there's a lot to get through. And I'm starting with my one Meow Cafe binder, which I use for my NEXZ collection for for the Japanese cards that are of this size, because it's hard to find pages that actually fit them well. And then it's hard to find a binder that fits the pages well. Okay. Let me do this to keep it open. But with that Rima, I finally have this first page done. And then I have the Rio that finishes this page. Yay! And this one's done, so I'm now completely done the OT9 with group card for their debut single Step and a Step. Very, very happy about that. That was like one of my goals for this year, is to finish that up. And it is done now. All right, next up we have my miscellaneous JYP binder, as this is where Kickflip is, and I have some cards for them to put away. All right, and I have everything except for one card for their first comeback. For some reason, I thought I had all of them, but no, I'm missing one. I'm kicking myself because it's like one of the cuter cards from this release too. But you know what? I have everything else, at least for Amaru, because the other thing that I need to get is the rest of these, though I have put in purchase requests for Kehun and Keiju, so hopefully next Nyoko haul I will be finishing this, get that last Amaru card, and have Kick Out Flip Now completely done. And then I can start looking at working on my first flip. And I got this Pob. Okay. So let's see. I think what I decided to do is put this up here. And yeah, I made a space for Dongwa's postcard. And I'm putting all the Amaru in the front. Yes. So that is what I have for this binder. But no, I'm very glad that I'm at least almost done with that first comeback. I know my first flip, that's going to be something I'm not going to be finishing up until early next year. But if I can get at least their first comeback taken care of by the end of the year, I'm going to be happy. All right, and now moving on to the first twice binder. And really excited about this because I am so close to being done with back collecting for them. Let's see. These two cards mean I'm done now with all my OT9 sets for summer nights. Let's see. And I do have a yes or yes. Then we have Year of Yes. Then Fancy You. Or no, Feel Special. I'm done with Fancy You. Where I still need that last Momo. But that is the only card I need for this binder now, after I put all of these away. Which is very, very exciting because once I have that, then I am done back collecting. Oh wait, this is more and more. Yay. Yes. Then I'll have everything complete from debut up to whatever. No, strategy. That came before. This is 4. Because this 4 I'm still working on. I'm hoping if I don't manage to finish it before the end of the year, if I can get just everything done except for the Mina random Polaroid cards, I will be happy. But let's go ahead and move on to that binder and I can show that. All right, so onto the second twice binder. This page for This Is For. Again, this is going to be all of just Mina. She's the only one I'm collecting the random Polaroid cards for. Have this. This is already completed. And this one has already come into the Nyokyo warehouse. Still need to get the Dahyun. But once I have those to come in with my next Nyokyo haul, I will be done with everything but the Mina, because now I finally have these Polaroid set cards. So these no longer have to be blank pages. So I'm at least very close to being done here. And then I can start focusing on the story continues. So I do have something for it. I have this Jihyo. So yay. Slowly. Yeah, until I'm done with This Is For, there's not going to be too much movement before the story goes on. But once I'm done with This Is For, then I should hopefully be able to just knock that out. And then we need to go to my group card section, which I am definitely skipping if I'm already on solos. Okay. Where was this page? Here it is. So that goes there. Year of Yes now can start off this page. And not sure if this is actually in the right order chronologically. I still need to look that up. I'll get it fixed by the time I do my year and binder tour. But these are all the Japanese group cards. But yeah, just noticing, and probably maybe 2 more comebacks. I'll probably have to see about moving some of this stuff into another binder. All right, and I don't have anything for the large inclusion binder, but for this third binder that I have, do have a couple of these sets. Unfortunately, I ran out of my sleeves for them, so the Year of Yes are just gonna have to be in these for now until I resupply and get my proper sleeves. I used the larger popcorn sleeves for these ones, so when I can get some of those, then these are going to be re-sleeved, and it's definitely going to be in the near future, because by the time I do my year-end binder tour, I will have everything in their proper sleeves. I will make sure of that. And I do have the other The Story Goes On set now. Yeah, I think once I catch up with Twice, maybe I'll go back and see about getting the rest of these sets. Or maybe not all of them, maybe just look and see if there's someone selling them for a decent price, but I have to completely catch up on Twice, which includes their latest releases, before I'll start thinking about doing that. And that'll just be an off and on thing. Because I do like the fact that I basically have everything from Formula of Love on. And that is just really sad, because like everything else beforehand, I only have like 4 sets. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I still have quite a bit of work to do to, you know, catch up. Okay, moving on, we have my first Stray Kids binder. And this one I finally have at the point where it has exactly everything I wanted to have. I've moved, is it Hop? Yes. So it's everything from Debut to Hop in here, and it really cannot fit anything else. And in, was able to get some I Am Who cards. So yes, I mainly just need Sungmin, because I have his white border. I need his black and yellow, or yellow black. Need black Felix and white Lino. So it's nice though to see that almost done. And I do have some other cards. Yes. I have the Chan, so I'm just missing the Lino. And finally, I have a card for this page, Sungmin here. But yes, very glad to have some movement on these older releases. And I think once I'm done with Twice back collecting, I might try to see about doing more back collecting for Stray Kids. All right, moving on to my second Stray Kids binder, and the reason why I have so many cards between what I got for Karma as well as everything for Do It. But yay! Finally have this first page done. And I have this one done too. Let's see, that one's already complete. This is the one that needs work. I already have the Han on the way. Well, in the Neokill haul, it's already made it. What? To the storage. Need to get the Jungin and the Changbin, which will not be that hard. And that is everything I have left for Karma. So now everything else is Do It. And I did so well with not only pulls, but with trades. The fact that I'm only missing this Felix. I mean, it doesn't feel like this just came out with how much I have for it. Right, I'm missing Sungmin and this Chan. Yes, and I got so lucky with like my pulls for like the plot version. The fact that I at least got like one card for each of my top four. Come on, Felix. Felix. And then I got Chan's full set. So I just need the regular version for the plot version for Felix, and then the first press for Sungmin and Lino. Of course, then we have the accordion version, which, yeah, definitely need to work a little bit more on, but I'm not too worried. I mean, even if I have to pay a bit more for the cards, if they end up any of them end up being a little pricey, I'm okay, because it's not a lot that I need to get at this point. It is so satisfying being able to fill these pages up so much. And then of course we start going into my OT8 sets. This is the OT8 set that you get with the PLA version. Sorry, these stickers are kind of driving me nuts. I need to fix them. I just didn't feel like doing it before this. For some reason, they seem to want to move a lot more than like an ID usually does. At least some of them stayed in place. But I'll probably just put some washi tape on the backs of them eventually, because I have a feeling they're probably still gonna want to cause me problems. Yay! I really like these. Normally I don't bother with stickers, but those were too cute. Alright, and I did end up deciding to do OT8 for the accordion IDs. So these are the 5 I've pulled. Again, things I'm not too worried about getting the rest of. All right, I'm only missing one of the units. Yeah, overall, this is such a good start. I feel like I'm almost done already. Like, this is where I was with Karma after like a month. It feels like. All right, now we're on to my Sungmin section. We have a Karma. All right, this is merch. So it's going here. And then these units I'm putting back here, because there are only 3 for all of Karma, but I have all 3 of them now. Yay. So yeah, pretty happy where I am. Again, these 3 cards are all that's left for Karma. Well, technically also the Sungmin Skazoo versions, which I do have on the way. It's still waiting for it to arrive at the warehouse for Nyokyo. But I did find a set that I purchased. So I should have that. Then I have these 3. And I'll feel good going into 2026. Where my Stray Kids collection is. All right, and now on to the final Stray Kids binder, since there are larger inclusions, to put away. And how did I decide to do this? Okay. I think for now I'm just going with this. Let's see. Okay. Actually, like this for them, and hopefully I will get more stuff that is facing vertical, so I can move all those up to the horizontal slot. And I think, yes. These are the larger size postcards. It goes. Actually, no, it should go down here. Yeah, that looks better. If only because you have to look at it that way. Okay, and that's all I have for larger inclusions for Stray Kids, which means we can now finish up with them. All right, and since I still had some 2-inch binders around, I hadn't like donated them or anything. I decided to just go ahead and move ITEEZ into one of them because they really do not fit into the miscellaneous GYP binder anymore. I don't have too much to put in here. I was hoping I would, but the pulls were not with me for tunnel vision. So let's see. Where did I decide that I wanted to put this? What it had to be in one of these. Maybe I'll change these around later, but for now, at least these fit. And I did get a Pop Ferrugen. This one is from Gold, so it fits in. Those, since I now have Cheshire, Come Light Out, and Gold. Yay! Very glad I picked it up so I have something to put in this binder. But yes, I am making sure that I get some ITEEZ in my next Neokill haul. I was hoping to get some in the last one, but like the one ITEEZ like lot of photo cards that I got, or yeah, I had put in my order for, it ended up getting canceled. So I ended up with nothing there. I'll be getting some more, trying to get some more ITEEZ with the upcoming Neokill, so they will have something before the end of the year. All right, we're swinging back now to NEXZ, as I do have some love line cards. So I got everything I needed for Nina, so she is now complete. I also got this Riku, so I have one OT9 set done. So yeah, slowly plugging away. Definitely next year this needs to be done. I'm not dragging it out much more than that. So that's all I have for this NEXZ binder, but I do have some larger inclusions for my second NEXZ binder. All right, so have some larger inclusions for this binder. Let's see. These were randomly in one of the lots that I purchased. So we're just gonna put them in here. Then have a couple of love line. Let's see. Right, the lenticular will go here. Yay. And the Riku 2-cut goes here, because out of the ones I have, Riku is the eldest member. Because I have Riku, Ayaka, Nina. Yay. And those, I'm not really focusing on getting, but if I get them, I get them. All right, and that's all I have for this binder. All right, and I will be getting into both NMIXZ binders. This, of course, is the first one, which has album cards. There we go. And finally, I have one of these forward cards. I need the other two, though. I did have to buy like another version of the Nemo, and I pulled this one. So I may be getting more versions and hoping I pull the other two, because that seems to be my best bet for them at the moment, which is kind of sad, but I am willing to go the extra mile for NMIXZ. All right, and I did at least find all the units I needed, so that is done for forward. It's just those last two Nemos. Okay, and for Blue Valentine, I got the Soyuns from, well, these two are from the vinyls, since you got a full set. Someone was just selling the Soyuns on their own. I picked them up. So that way I could have them, because I do not have faith that I'm going to be able to find the vinyls at a decent price. I did get one of the limited editions, and those also come with an OT6 set. I'm only really keeping the Soyuns for all of them. So for the one that I pulled, she has her new home. All right, and I ended up getting another album, and that gave me that unit. So yes, slowly making progress on Blue Valentine. It's another release that I'm really not going to be working much on until next year, because I have other like albums that have been out for longer that I need to work on. Oh yes, that's right. I wanted it on this page because all three of these have variations of the same back. So I know they're all lucky draws from the same place. Yay! So I'm at least getting 2 pages done for Antwerp. I know I'm not getting another 9 cards to finish the third, like I'd been hoping I would do this year. It's not happening. That'll happen next year. Let's see, and I do have another Xikers. So overall, I'm just going to be doing 3 pages for each release, because that's a lot more doable than what I was originally planning. And I at least have something for most of them. This Midsummer NEXZ Dream has a pretty good lead to it already. Xikers, okay, with that I finished 1 page. So yeah, next year finishing off Antwerp and making more progress with Xikers. And that is this NMix binder done. All right, so for the second NMix binder, finally made some progress with this page. My current top 3 is Corsolyon, then it's Lily and Bay. My original top 3 was Solyon, Lily, and Kyujin. So when I downsized the pops I had for Lily and Kyujin, I didn't want to get rid of all of the Kyujin. So that's what this page is. I'm adding a Midsummer NEXZ Dream just to fill it out. Because I have some very random pops for all the members. And then I have my cheat pages. These are pages for like pops or album cards that technically I shouldn't be keeping because they don't fit like the pages I have set up, but I can't let them go. And of course, for this set that I got with the limited edition, I cannot let the Lily go. I cannot let the Bay go. So they're in my cheat pages. All right, and then where did I decide I was putting this? Oh, it must have been this page. But yes, this is the group card for the limited edition. It doesn't have a home anywhere else. I can't like work it into the album pages set up, so it's just gonna live here with all my random units. And with that, NMix is now done. All right, then we move on to NEXZ, which I have quite a bit for both larger inclusions and photo cards. Part of it is catching up with older releases, and of course, putting away things from their latest release. So let's see. Done with all of Nalina. It's really that I have some things for. It's starting to look so much better now. And hopefully at least for Oh Really, I want to be done with this by the end of the year. So hopefully more stuff from Nyokyo. The next haul I have will have everything that I'm missing still for it. And I have some progress here with One Bite, mostly on Seta, because I'm focusing on him first. But at least I have something for those pages. Feels so much better now. And then we move on to Beatboxer, where I just basically have my pulls. But I did, now that I have someone else who like collects NEXZ that I meet at like the trading events, I was able to get a couple Battler IDs from them because they're only collecting Tomoya. So I am almost done with this already. That makes me so happy. But again, Beatboxer, it's still a release that I'm not going to be like stressing too much about getting right now. The focus is really going to be Oh Really and One Bite, but if I can pick up a few of the cards here and there for Beatboxer, I probably should, since that'll make things easier down the road. And maybe next time they release something, I will feel like I'm actually ready for it. And I can't believe I have so many of the NEXZ versions, because I was able to trade my extra Sogon for the U, and I pulled my Seta. So I just need Haru Bear, and I think I will actually get like the full set, so with the plush and everything for him. Okay, and then we move into the unit card section. All right, and that's blank because there are only 2 unit cards for this limited edition, so there'll be nothing there. And finally, I got a 4th card. I think it was a pop because it's like Tower Records. Yeah. That for Nalina. So I just need 2 more for Oh Really. Finally, I have something for One Bite, which starts this page, which will be One Bite and Beatboxer. And then for this, I ended up getting this Tomoya in the long delayed pre-order I made with K-Town for You for the fans version. So I think my plan is I'm going to get Haru for Oh Really, and then Yuki for One Bite, and that will fill up this page. I'm not sure if I'll like try to continue on beyond that. We will see. And I pulled Huey's limited edition, so he comes to live back here with the cards that if I ever change my mind and want to expand to collecting more OT7 sets, I'll have something to help me out. Because I don't want to like get rid of these and then regret it because I decided that no, I'm gonna go ahead and get OT7. and then having to get these cards again. All right. Now we have all of these. Aha. I guess photos? They're not exactly photo cards, but they're not postcards either. Let's see. And while I would like them all just to be up in the horizontal until I get like more things to fit, like these vertical slots. Ah. They will have to fit like this. So who knows, maybe I'll get more lenticulars or something. And that will solve that issue. Oh, actually, I think with the lenticulars I have, I was gonna do something like that. Because I pulled you and Seta. Yeah. Okay. So if I'm doing age order, keeping this blank for now, for just in case I end up picking up any more lenticulars, then they can find homes there. All right. I got this forecut for Seta. And I forgot to pull out the Yui. I'm gonna have to do that next time. Let's see. I think what I was planning on doing, for these larger stickers, just have them on the other side here of these. I'll get back to that one. Come on. I know you fit. I tested it. Ah, that works out really well. There. Oh. There we go. And then One Bite had these, which are double-sided. I also had this. All right. So, feeling a bit better about the NEXZ right now than I was the last time. I had stuff to put away in here. Making progress. Okay, moving on to ATEEZ, which I have a nice sizable stack for. No surprise. It's been growing pretty steadily through the year. Let's see. Yes. Of course, most of it will be with the golden hour era. So that is where my primary focus will be for now. Though I am letting myself get some of the earlier stuff. Oh wait, I've been a little too quick there. But yes, hopefully next year I can start focusing on at least the world episode Finn. But I don't want to really focus on that until I have Golden Hour Part 2 done. Because I do have like a decent amount of Golden Hour Part 1. Yee! This is the most exciting. I have a full page now. Okay. Where did this go? Oh, I skipped it. But yes, I'm at the point where I'm actually very close to already finishing up all of the Jung-ho, who is probably going to be the member I finish up first for every release, just because he's the easiest to find and trade for. For Golden Hour Part 2 though, I have another completed page, and that's going to be 2 because these are all the photo book album cards. All right, I'm making progress with the digipacks. Oh, so nice to see this progress. And then we have platform versions. We're again getting so close to done. And with that, I have all the Jung-ho. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize I was finishing this one. How did I not? I just need those 2 Yuno, that Mingi, and that Yuno. Most of what I need is Yuno. Yeah, I need 3 Mingi cards and 4 Yuno. So that's what, 7? Yes, I can math. That's nice. Again, I'm not gonna like push to finish it by the end of year, but I should knock it out very quickly next year. And I do have something for the release I do hope to finish by the end of the year. Pretty much the rest of, you know, for the In Your Fantasy version will be coming in my next Neokyo haul. Yeah, because I just need 3 cards now for him. And I will have the Jungho set coming in. Why did I do it this way? I don't do it that way. I do it like this. Yeah. Because for this, I decided to make it a little easy on myself and just collect Mingi and Jungho, which I think, since they're my top 2. And I think, honestly, since there's only 4 cards for the limited edition for part 3, that makes sense. And I can finish off this top 3 set, which has me completely done with everything I was collecting my top 3 for now. I have some more Mingi to add to my random Mingi Pobs. Kind of can't believe it's already grown so much. All right. And I'm just putting this here. And this is the season's greetings. It can go at the very end of everything. Perfect. So very happy with how this has expanded as I picked up this group really just this year. It's kind of unbelievable since there's like so much, but then again, it's ATEEZ. Every release has so much. But yes, very happy with how it's progressed, even though I'm not going to be able to finish Golden Hour era this year, but that's fine. That'll be my goal for next year, because after, you know, now having some experience with collecting, I think that's probably a pretty good pace to go for back collecting. Right now, just focus on the Golden Hour. Like I said, when I'm done with Golden Hour Part 2, I will go back to the previous release before that, which is the World episode Finn, which I already have kind of like a decent start with. So, but I do think I already need to get like a second binder. But that's a next year thing. All right, and now for my Starto binder. Actually, finally got some things started. All right, so I got my first set for this, and they are double-sided. Oh, that's kind of annoying. The fact that when you flip them over, they're facing a different direction. Oh well, I'll live. At least they're all facing the same direction. All right. Still need this last pre-timeless set. But that's fine. I have another one of these to add to the pile back here. And finally, I have the OT7 set. For Naniwa Danshi, and very glad I have it because it's like the first page. I might as well do, you know, an OT7. Oh, and I totally forgot. I have these larger inclusions, or actually. They're not double-sided. Yay. But yes. It's so nice to have this page. And eventually I'll get the clear cards for Dokiet for the other two members. I just kind of like to wait a bit so that way it's like a few releases and I can get them all like in a lot. It's been very easy to do it that way. So I'm always just a little bit behind with them because of that. Of course, I am a little bit behind with Timeless. I shouldn't be. I really should focus on getting the last of what I need and catching up. Because they have released a new single since then. And I do need the other sets for this, but oh well, it's progress. That's what I need to do. Just keep making some progress and I'll get there. Thankfully, they don't release as many photo cards and it's a lot easier in general to find listings for them because, you know, they're all Japanese groups and Photocard Japan is like the perfect place for that. All right, we're on to my first miscellaneous binder. And my Busokso collection, as I do have the final Hoshi. I just need the final Songguan, and I will be done for a while because then it's just waiting for all three to release something together. Let's see, don't have an album for Pub, have the Daikon and the season's greetings for Ranjin. Though I kind of feel like I really should start focusing on getting some more album cards for him because it's kind of sad I only have a single page for that, but I'm already like on my second page for like random miscellaneous. All right, and you're getting to, it's a collection I've just been holding on to for the most part, which is Sakura from the Seraphim. I had first decided to drop her, but after a while, it's one of the collections I kind of ended up regretting dropping. So I kind of just recouped whatever I still had. And yeah, that's kind of where it stands. It's going to kind of be like my NCT collection where I'm just going to add things randomly as I get them. You know, I'm not going to like go fully back into everything. The Seraphim collecting. Though I did pick up like a Weaver Spaghetti version. And I have a sucker from that. So I just off like the rest because I think that kind of helps make it like a little bit more doable financially. Because again, that's kind of like the big reason why I'm not picking her up completely again. I just don't have the finances to pick up another group. But I do still like Le Seraphim, and I still do like Sakura, so I do want to keep something. So it's going to be something that I don't add to a lot. It's just going to be one of those collections. So if I can pick something up, I'll pick something up, but it's not going to be, it's going to be a very slow going collection. I'm not going to be like keeping up with their releases too much. So no unboxings or anything, but well, outside of like the monthly haul. So yeah, this is what I have for Photocards. I do hope to like see it growing slowly, but still growing. And I'm just happy that I have it back. And I do still, of course, have some of the larger inclusions. All right, and then we have Team in here. Yay. Yes. There's the spot for it. Yay. Yeah, like, it's basically gonna be like the Team collection where I've just been kind of slowly picking up cards little by little and growing the collection out that way. And I realized I'm actually almost done with Yuki Akari. And I'm actually almost done with Going Blind too. So that'll be fun when I finally finish those. And hopefully, like I said, Le Seraphim will kind of follow suit where I'll just slowly finish eras over time. Though I don't expect to like catch up at any point soon. All right, and moving on to the final binder after this. All right, and this is my second miscellaneous binder, which is already looking pretty full, which I know part of it, or a good part of that, is just now my expansion of Xikers that since I've decided to collect top 3. And you can also see where I ran out of the sleeves for these. Oh, I had them backwards, that's why. Okay. No, I do have one card for this. So maybe next year Xikers will end up getting their own binder as well. Wait, that doesn't look quite right. think that makes sense. No, it does not. Do you have the matching? That's a red. That is a red. Those are the orange. No, those are the blue down there. Okay. Yes, that's the matching background. Yay. Then a whole bunch, a large gap. Oh no, that. What color was this one? Oh. Why did I not remove the placeholder? There we go. So. Speaking of, it now can go back here. So I need to fill those 2 pages up, but that's okay. And much like my ATEEZ, I do have a couple of top 3 collections that I plan on doing. And then we have Pops. So happy I finally got to a 3rd page. And that is it for Xikers today. All right, and then we have another collection where it's just kind of existing. It's probably not going to be updated too much, which is me picking up So He Rise Again. Well, I say picking up again. It's another collection where, you know, I decided to drop. But over time, I really missed it. It's very much like my Runjin collection. But I'm probably going to be updating this a lot less than the other ones. Let's see. These are all season's greetings. But yeah, every once in a while I'll have something new for them, but it's definitely one of the collections I have that is very low priority in general. All right, and I have the rest of the photo cards I need to finish Kyrell for one question for &1. Yay. And yeah. So then I can now start working in full for Wild and Free. And let's see. Yes. And I pulled this. What on earth? Oh, it's in between and actually inside. Got some fluff there. All right, and then we have Illit, where I did focus on trying to get it some good progress, if not complete bomb, at least for Yuna's cards. So I'm very close to being done. Just missing that one. And then I need the Weavers cards for this. So with my next Nyokyo haul, I'm hoping to have all of that. And then the only thing I will have left will be these international exclusive unit cards, which are always a little bit of a pain to get, but at least I have one for each set now, so that is progress. And then the last group I have something for, I did go ahead and start with getting the cards I need for Steven. I'm missing his digipack still, but that is the only one I am missing now. So for their debut, I still need the 3 unit cards, which I am now focusing on getting for Nyokyo, and the OT9 set that came with their platform version. And once I have that, then I'm going to start looking at their first comeback. And I am so happy that even though he missed out on their comeback, is it Sheehan? I want to say it's Sheehan. I'm very sorry if I mispronounce his name, but he's been on a hiatus. He missed out on being part of the comeback, but it was just announced that he's going to be at their, it's a fan event, I believe, their first one. So he has returned to like active status for the group, so very happy that they'll be OT9 again, and hopefully next year, their first comeback, he'll be a part of that. So we'll just have that one comeback without him, and that's it. That is the hope. Even though I don't collect him, it's still weird not that he was missing. It's always weird when a member is missing from a release. But yes, I think next year my Xikers collection is the biggest one in here, so it's probably due for its own binder, especially after like another release, and also with how the other groups in here are growing. But that is a next year issue. Right now, everything fits in here perfectly. So That is all that matters for right now. Or at least this year. So with that, I am done with the storing video. Oh, it's a lot of cards, but I'm very happy to have them in because they help. It's like a lot of progress all at once. So I'm very happy with that. Very happy to go ahead and integrate those two collections that I've been just kind of holding on to. So I can more actively collect, even though actively it's gonna be like maybe once in like a few months I'll have something for them. That's the plan, especially since I do need to focus on the groups that I am actively collecting for, especially with illit. They just released their new single, and I hate how hype sometimes like delays the release for US stores for some of their artists like illit, since it's not going to be in Target until like December 12th, I believe, is the release date for the US, and it's like, why so long? Really? But yes. But on the other hand, I do need to save up a bit so that I can like afford all their versions. Because I do want to do a big unboxing for them, and I do want to have more than just what's going to be available in Target, which means picking things up from the K-pop store when they come in, and I need money for that. But yeah, so illit is basically the only unboxing that I plan on doing next month. Other than anything randomly that will be my monthly haul video. Because yeah, I don't think there's any other group that I'm following as closely that is releasing anything, or has released anything recently. So I think we finally hit the point where there's gonna be a bit of a slowdown for releases, and then I'll probably start picking up when the new year starts, which I'm fine with. Then I can save up. And it'll also give me the chance to catch up with some of these releases. So yes, December might be a bit of a slowdown, but I do want to have some videos throughout it so it doesn't look so empty. At least I have the illit unboxing, that will help. And I do want to do something for Christmas, but we'll see if that pans out or not. And if you're interested in any of that, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss this, because I don't really have a set schedule for when I upload things. So that's probably the best way to make sure you don't miss any of my videos. Other than that, thank you all for watching, especially if you've made it here to the end. And until next time.
Bye!
뛰는 소리 나나?
좀 더 위로. 그래, 그거야. 야, 아니, 너 잠깐만, 너 그러고 있어봐.